Good evening, friends. I am S.K. Gupta. I am the Project Director looking after the work and project with the Municipal Administration Department, and also this eSuvidha project, which is the e-governance project of Municipal Administration Department. Coming straight to the point, so already we are at 4:15 and I will complete my presentation in 4-5 minutes only. This eSuvidha project was started in 2002 as an e-governance initiative for the Municipal Administration Department for the purpose of providing certain services which are called G2C2G services, citizens to government, and for the purpose of better supervision, monitoring, online data transfer, having a single window municipal services to citizens, having a user-friendly environment, and other things with regard to these models. As we know that municipal department is there is a commissioner and director of municipal administration, which is looking after all the other municipalities other than GHMC, and we have certain other departments also within the municipal administration department. Just to give a brief overview, which is called Engineer-in-Chief and Director of Town and Country Planning, and AP of ADC. Now, for these first four departments, we have got this eSuvidha application, which is other than GHMC and other than other major municipalities like Visakhapatnam and Vijayawada, and certain other municipalities which are major municipalities and have their own e-governance initiatives. So this is the typical organogram of the ULB, in which there is a commissioner and there is a deputy commissioner, and there are certain sections which are like general administrative section, engineering sections, and health section, then town planning section, account section, revenue sections. Now with this eSuvidha application software, we have around 16 modules in which are basically for the purpose of C2G services and also for the internet administration. And then also we have the management information system to use the data for the purpose of the top management. In this, all the data are maintained in around 21 district data centers located at the district headquarters, and which are having link up with the e-Sevas and also with the concerned municipalities. These modules are basically with regard to taxations, with regard to births and deaths registration, and also trade licenses and grievance redress and other things. Then we also link up this data to the state data center, which is located at the Hyderabad, for the purpose of providing an assessment done at the state level, at Hyderabad level, so that all the assessments in the entire state are being taken up in Hyderabad and issued on 6-monthly basis. So there's all the property which are there in all the municipalities, other than the major municipalities, for those assessments are issued on a 6-monthly basis through a Suvidha module. And with regard to other taxes as well, like the advertisement taxes, water taxes, and vacant land taxes, also the assessments are done in this particular module. The collection is done at the e-Seva centers and also at the municipalities. So altogether 16 modules are divided among different sections which are available in the ULBs. So this again gives a location of all the district data centers, just to give an idea about the connectivity. Right now we have not made our Suvidha system linked up to the level of citizens, but very soon by the end of the year we will also make it available on a web-based model, so that even the citizens can register their births and deaths applications, and also with regard to their property taxes, payments, and other things. We will also be integrating a few private citizen service centers, so that citizens can have a better access towards payment and towards their applications. So this is the present structure in which we have got a state data center here in Hyderabad, and then district data centers in all the districts, which are linked up to e-Sevas and ULBs. But by the end of this year, we will move to a centralized architecture in which we have a state data center, which is a web-based application, and which is having also the only centralized data center located in Hyderabad for the purpose of providing all the online services to the citizens. So presently we have enabled this e-Suvidha system for the purpose of property taxes, water taxes, birth and registration, and issue of the birth and certificates. But very soon we will be making it online for the purpose of all the registrations. The major challenges are with regard to the adoption in all the ULBs. We have got major ULBs which are better equipped, but there are certain small ULBs also which are about second grade municipalities or third grade municipalities. We don't have the sufficient infrastructure and the staff for the purpose of providing all the services to the citizens on a uniform model as are provided in the larger municipalities. And for this purpose only we have provided this eSuvidha initiative. So that we have to provide better services at the local municipalities for which a greater user adoption is a big challenge to us. So as a key outcome, we have got IT infrastructure at all the ULB enabled, and we are generating all the tax demands at the central level.